Hello students, a very warm welcome to all of you once again in this video of Mizo Study video classes. So today we are going to discuss CBSE pattern questions that is from your work and energy chapter. So what will be the you can say method? Now I am sure you are comfortable with the way we are discussing these questions. That is first few questions may be in the category of very short, then few questions in the category of short, and like that they are keep on changing. So the instructions are like this. I hope this red color light you can watch this red point, So this red point is saying that question number 1, 2, 3 they comes in the category of very short type. Fine. So let's start. First I will read the question. If required I will explain, and then I will tell you how you should proceed, how you should write down the answer. Students, one thing I would like to tell you very properly, you must read the instructions. If it is a very short answer type question, you should write the answer within the limits. Otherwise, for 1 mark you will lose lot of time, and then you have to compromise with the answers of long questions. So please don't repeat this mistake. Fine. So first question is, what is the condition for a force to do work on a body? Means, let's say I have this duster, okay, I am putting this duster over here and applying a force on this duster. So what is the condition? So the condition is, first you should write down the formula, that is work formula. So work formula, my dear students, is W is equal to Fd. Then second is by force F object should move, because if no displacement then work done is 0. So it is essential that the force should move the object. That is the basic condition. Fine. If you wish, you can also say about the angle, but here in 1 mark question mentioning the direction of the motion of the object is not essential. Fine. For 1 mark simply mention this much and you will get the full 1 mark. Because you should know the limits of your answer, otherwise what will happen? Time mismanagement. Fine. Now it comes question number 2, and that too in the same category of very short answer type question. What is the kinetic energy of a body of mass 1 kilogram moving with a speed of 2 meter per second? This is a numerical problem, and they want to check 2 things in a numerical problem. First, are you familiar with the formula? Okay. Is it possible for you to calculate properly? So these 2 things. So first is I have to write down the formula, then I will have to put the values and solve it. So formula is kinetic energy, if you try to recall, is half mv square, where m is the mass, v is the velocity. Let's put the values. 1 by 2 into 1 into speed 2 meter per second. So 2 into 2, that will give you cancel 2 1 ja 2 1 ja 2, that is 2 joule. Now don't forget to mention the unit of final answer. It is kinetic energy. So don't simply write down 2. No, that is not good thing. 2 what? 2 kilograms, 2 meters. So you must have to mention in physics the proper unit. So it was question number 2 based upon a very, you can say, important formula of kinetic energy of any body. Then students, I have this remote. I will change the next question, that is question number 3. how many watts equal 1 horsepower. This particular topic about horsepower and wattage I devoted good amount of time in one of my videos, but I picked this question so that if someone missed that video, not regularly revising, so this unit is very important, because nowadays automobile engine is also measured like this way. Say for example, normal sedan cars like 80 bhp brake horsepower means it's like that. If your 1100 kilogram car is standing, fine. So when you start it, it's like that 80 horses trying to pull it, something like that. So here you simply have to mention that is 1 horsepower, 1 HP. You need not to mention it as BHP. If you pick the this is like a leaflet, or you can say information brochure of any car or bike, you will notice it in technical specification this much BHP. Fine. So that is brake horsepower, but 1 horsepower is equal to like this. So this is for 1 mark, more than enough. So these 3 questions were in the category of very short for 1 mark. Then comes the category of question 4 to 5, 4 and 5, 2 questions, and the category is short answer type. Now the basic difference in short answer and very short is, short answer is in generally for 2 marks, and in short answer you have to mention at least 2-3 lines. Fine. In very short, you just have to mention exactly the question's answer, that's it. Fine. So the question is, what are the quantities on which the amount of work done depends? Now try to recall. The first question I started with the concept of work. Then again I picked just to show you how you can vary, how you can change your answer. Fine. So let's consider it. What are the quantities on which the amount of work done depends? So you should write down like this. Now theta will come into picture, because you are supposed to write down it in for more 1 mark. So it depends upon F, it depends upon displacement, and also it depends upon angle between F and D, that is theta. So you should write the answer like this. Work done depends upon, first write down the formula, then say depends upon the force, fine, amount 10 Newton, 20 Newton, 30 Newton, then displacement, and then don't forget to mention that the angle between F and D. So now 2 to 3 lines and full 2 marks, full 2 marks, fine. So that is the way of representing these details. Let's consider question number 5. Sorry. What kind of energy transformations take place at a hydroelectric power station? In one of my videos, I devoted very good amount of time and I picked so many types of energies. Fine. Wind energy, solar energy, tide energy, kinetic energy, potential energy, hydro energy, thermal energy, coal energy, nuclear energy. Oh, tired. So many concepts, and also I devoted very good amount of time on telling you how the conversion is taking place. That video, my suggestion is, please at least twice or thrice you should take a look of that video. Fine. Everything will be crystal clear in your mind after watching that video, because I picked cases and then I explained entire concept, and that too in a very simple manners. Let's come over here. Hydroelectric power station. Hydroelectric power station, for reference I am telling you, it's not like that you will have to write it down over here. Bhakra Nangal Dam, Tehri project, Rana Pratap Sagar, like this. So in hydroelectric power project, what is the process? Large amount of water accumulated in a reservoir, huge reservoir, and then this water is allowed to fall down on the blades of the turbine, and turbine gets rotated. So energy transformation, energy, now you can say potential energy is converted into electric energy, or I can say mechanical potential energy of water converted into finally electrical energy. Fine. So what I should write down, that is mechanical potential energy of water, fine, because water falls from height on the you can say turbine blades. You can do one thing, I will say that just open YouTube channel and try to find out some videos associated with famous hydroelectric power generation units. There you will notice the reservoir, how the water is falling. Narmada project, that is also one of the very important project. Then so many others are there. Fine, n number of there. Tungabhadra project, Krishna project, n number of projects. So mechanical power energy of water is converted into electrical energy. Fine, more than enough. And if you wish, if you want to make your answer more interesting, you can simply mention example Bhakra Nangal Dam, Narmada Dam, you can say Tehri Dam, one or two examples. That will give the idea to the person evaluating your answer script. This student is well informed. Fine. Then comes question number 6. Now this question number 6 and 7 and 8, they are HOTS, that is high order thinking skill, HOTS. Fine. So it's not like that they are difficult questions, but they demand somehow a different approach. Fine. Consider, define the term energy of a body. This term is forcing you. Say for example, this duster. Okay, let me allow to take another duster. This duster. Define the term energy of this body. So what you will say, sir, I mean energy, it has no electric energy, it has no kinetic energy, no light energy. How I will define? Now here you have to think. That's why this is something which is defined as higher order thinking. Now think like this. This body is right now I am holding at this height. So at least it is not moving, it is not producing light, it is not producing heat, anything, but it is at some height from the floor of this studio. So if I will drop it, it will fall down. So at least it has potential energy. Let's say motion. So simply say it has kinetic energy. So it depends. If say for example there are various tube lights arranged. So if I want to find the energy of this object, I will simply say it has light energy. Fine. Or say for example, consider my hand, light from projector is coming onto my hand. So the energy emitted by this projector, it is defined as the light energy, photoelectrons. So define the term energy of a body. So simply you have to write down energy of a body by the virtue of maybe light, light energy, maybe position, so potential energy, maybe with velocity, so kinetic, and so on. So you can mention few examples. What is the SI unit of energy? Just 2 minutes back I mentioned, that is joule. Fine. What are the various forms of energy? Once again I will request all of you, please take the look of that video, but few I am going to mention. Various forms of energy: kinetic energy, potential energy, nuclear energy, okay, then thermal energy, wind energy, thermal energy, wind energy, solar energy. Keep on asking, I will keep on telling you. Solar energy, tide energy, and so many. Fine. I think in that video I explained you around 8 or 9 types of energies. Fine. So I hope now you can understand the idea of preparing these videos. Fine, keeping in mind the requirement for you, and then providing you the solutions. So it was question number 6. I explained you the entire approach of answering this question. Then comes question number 7. It is again in the category of high order thinking skill. That's why this horse is there. So what do you understand by the kinetic energy of a body? Answer is like this: the energy associated, close your eyes, think, the energy associated with any object because of the motion of this object is defined as the, that's the way, and it is given by half mv square. The SI unit of kinetic energy is joule. Fine. Second, a body is thrown vertically upward. Okay, that's good. This red color chalk, upward. A body is thrown vertically upwards, its velocity goes on decreasing. Stop coming down. What happens to its kinetic energy as its velocity becomes 0? And this is the example I picked while I was explaining that topic in your video. So simply say, I am throwing it upward. So kinetic energy is completely converted into potential energy, finally coming down. So potential energy is decreasing, kinetic energy is increasing. So the answer is going to be, its kinetic energy is completely converted into potential energy. That's the way. All these things in my videos are explained very properly. Fine, because if I will keep on start writing the answers over here, you will say, sir, why you are wasting my time? All these things are with us. You just simply guide me how to move. Rest you all are so brilliant. Fine. So I am just doing that. I am just trying to play that role. Fine. Then comes question number 8. When a ball is thrown inside, hots. It's also in the category of what? But this hot is somehow disturbing for this. When a ball is thrown inside a moving bus, okay, good example. Let's say I am standing in a bus and the bus is moving in this direction. Does its kinetic energy depends on the speed of the bus? Very good example. Fine. Let me allow to draw this diagram. This is a Volvo bus going to somewhere in this direction, and I am standing over here. Now velocity is in this direction, bus velocity, and if I am throwing a ball in this direction with velocity u, so as a person standing on the ground, you suppose you are, so you will measure the speed of the ball as u plus v. So rather than half mu square, now its kinetic energy is half m. So the motion of the bus affecting the kinetic energy of the ball? Yes, affecting. If it is in reverse direction, then v minus u. So ultimately, if the bus is moving and I am throwing a ball, then it will definitely affect this you can say speed and accordingly the kinetic energy. So again you can say that in this question we are applying the basic idea of this concept of velocity. Fine. Then comes question number 9, and the instruction for question number 9, this red color dot, multiple choice, means answer is given, and out of 4 options you have to pick the correct option, otherwise 0 marks or negative marking. Fine. So be careful. Let us start reading. Water stored in a dam possesses, just 2 minutes back I mentioned this example, Tehri Dam, Bhakra Nangal Dam, Rana Pratap Sagar Dam, so many. So it processes electrical energy? No. Kinetic energy? Well, it is not moving as such. No energy? Come on, it has energy. So what is the correct option? Potential energy. Fine. Because when the water starts falling down, it has energy because of its higher altitude. Turbine is deep below, water is at great height. Fine. So fine. Now don't get confused, it has electrical energy. Electrical energy is not like that current is stored in water and you are picking that current. Don't think like this, it's foolish. Fine. Then comes question number 10 and the last question of this PowerPoint presentation. That is, momentum of a bullet of mass 20 gram fired from a gun is 10 kg per meter second. The kinetic energy of this bullet in kilojoule will be how much? Now this question I picked because of 2 reasons. One is, while you try to read this question, you have to very focused, otherwise twisting of the words will confuse you. And second, yes, some amount of calculation is required. Now try to recall, I gave you a formula that is a relation between kinetic energy and linear momentum. So first I will mention the formula, that is kinetic energy is equal to P square upon 2m. Fine. Now momentum, the momentum of a bullet of mass 20 gram fired from a gun is 10 kg per meter per second. So P is equal to 10 kg meter second. M is equal to 20 into 10 to the power minus 3. Now put the values. So K is equal to, you have to find the kinetic energy. So 10 into 10 upon 2 into 20 into 10 to the power minus 3. So it will give you 10 into 10 into 10 into 100. Minus 3 will come up. And then 40. Fine. So solve it. You will get 100 into 100 upon 4. So it's going to be 25, that is 2500. So kilo means 2.5 kilojoule. 2.5 kilojoule. So this is your correct answer. Now I will put this question in the category of difficult, because here you need not only you required to recall the formula, but also some amount of calculation is required. Fine. So this was the presentation of 10 questions for this chapter of work, power, energy. So students, let's close this video over here. Soon I'll come back with some new videos. Till then, take care of yourself. Have a nice time. Thanks a lot.